The low-tech one is still a niche, but I hope it can become more broad, that people not looking just for the performance, but maybe something else in their life. For me, it's like you take architecture, and it's like you have a camera, and maybe you are from far away, you make a frame. So architecture is like you have the building, and then I start to zoom a little bit, and then it becomes interior, and then I keep zooming, and then maybe it's like a sofa, and then I keep zooming, and maybe it's like a pen design. So it's just about how I start to zoom more and more. I'm not architect, but this is how I see the evolution. So it's not like I separate them. It's more like just keep zooming, yes. I did some project in France with some Italian and different country in Europe that were manufacturing in China. So I have the problem to deal with manufacturing in China when I was in France. And at that time, I didn't really understand well the manufacturing, how it's manufactured in China. And also, I didn't know anything about the Chinese culture. So I decided, okay, I need to go to China to understand both the culture and how the manufacturing works. When I came to China, I realized I need to forget everything I know, because there is no cultural link between France and China. They are totally different, so I need to kind of start from zero. So for me, it was quite stimulating. But one thing quite valuable for me is that in France, if we have a problem, we will talk a lot about the problem, and we will spend too much time on the problem, and then we have not much time for the solution. But in China, I feel it's like a 10% talk about the problem, and then 90% the solution. So there is always solution. So I think this is, for me, the most valuable part for China. When I start the project, I start to think about only the user point of view, the function, and also how later on we can manufacture it. But I don't start with like a current trend or what others are doing. I think I prefer to first start really from the experience point of view, and then from this point, see where I can go. I think they all try to balance the function with the context. When I design this product, I try to push more than what the client asks, because sometimes the client will have a certain limit, and I will see how far I can push the limit. I need also myself to know the limit to don't go to the crazy part. When I work for a corporate company, as I said, I try to push the boundaries, but you will always be in a limited space or frame that you feel you can't push further. So I thought that making my own company, then I will have more freedom to start new way of thinking, new way of manufacturing. When we tried to find the name, there was a lot of talk about sustainability, but I figured out a lot of studios use the circular economy or sustainable in the name, and I think this name is it limits yourself. So I try to find a way that will represent not just this part, because when you do design, you have the function, you have the aesthetic, you have the sustainability, you have many parameters. So I start to think about the way you mix music. So you have the mixing console for the bass, the medium, the height. So I start to think about this, and then I think there are different parameters. So this is why I come up with Paramétrique. So yes, it has influenced a lot, because we have the ability to, in the same day, to do very industrial projects, like maybe a 5G antenna, and then just after we work on some craft in Suzhou, so we can switch quickly between very different projects. The target client is, I would say, very open. I think it's good to do some very different projects. We try to do some project that people maybe pay less attention to. Maybe if it's like an energy storage company, it's the kind of company you never think about design. When it's this kind of topic, I'm more interested to go in field that not many people go, because I think there are many, many things to design. So the beach carpet, this project came out because when we go often to the beach, we see more and more people using the camping tent to protect from the sunshine. And I feel it doesn't look so great. We use this kind of mat on the floor, which is made of grass, just to protect from the humidity. So I thought this could be a natural material, and maybe somehow we can try to see if we can come out with something. So we spend a lot of time folding paper to see if we can find some pattern and usability. And then we start to make prototype. And this is how this project came out. That should be like easy to set up and low tech and feel the natural environment. This Chinese organization wanted to promote Chinese craft. So I know ceramic was more used to teacup. So when they told me we can work with ceramic, I thought maybe I'm not going to make another teacup, because I think there is a lot of good teacup already. So I thought about the speaker, because it's a topic I spend quite a lot of time to study. The ceramic is actually very good for acoustic, because it's very strong. So when you put a speaker inside ceramic, it won't vibrate like the wood. And also, because it's ceramic, you're not limited to make a box. So you can make a curved shape, and actually curved shape are usually better for the sound wave. So we designed the speaker in a way that wave inside don't resonate. Usually you have a hole on the speaker box for the bass to go out, and I use the hole to make a handle for the speaker. So, and then this is how it makes the aesthetic of the speaker. And also, I feel that often the speaker is something you don't really know where to put in your living room. So it was also a way to make the speaker more pleasant to display in your interior. So it was a mix of technique, reason, and aesthetic. For me, if you want to start to consider sustainability, you must understand the manufacturing part, how it's made, the people you work with. So having a deeper knowledge of Chinese manufacturing for me is key to understand better the sustainability. For example, if a client asks us to make an alarm clock with many functions, maybe we will try to reduce the function to see what is the key function, because we know that the more we add, the more it will have impact on the environment, and also the way you make it, maybe how long it will last. So we don't receive the brief from client, maybe reconsider what the client wants and tell him to reorient the brief to maximize the key point, and also to reduce the impact by reducing the quantity of feature he wants to add. We do more and more audio products, because I think they are interesting in a way that you have less people do audio product than chair. It's getting attention, but still I think a lot of things can be done. And also for the sustainable part, usually when you make audio product, is product you keep for a long time. I would say the low-tech approach. We have the new smartphone come out every year, and it's always better than the last one, and it's always have more key point and function, and it's always faster. But I think the low-tech is totally opposite. So I think the low-tech right now is still a niche, but I hope it can become more broad, that people not looking just for the performance, but maybe something else in their life.